It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by ProMed Ambulance Services, care you can count on, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. 25 years ago this week, a plane carrying John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife Carolyn, and his sister-in-law, Lauren Bissett, crashed into the Atlantic Ocean off the west coast of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. Their bodies were recovered a few days later. The crash was highly publicized in the news media. A popular social figure in Manhattan, JFK Jr. was the subject of intense media scrutiny throughout his entire life. Here are these amazing JFK Jr. facts. Kennedy was born 2 weeks after his father was elected president. He learned to speak Greek in the years following his mother's marriage to Aristotle Onassis. He was considered America's most eligible bachelor until his marriage. Before his death, JFK Jr., also known as John John, was allegedly considered by Al Gore to be his running mate, even though he had no previous political experience. When Kennedy's photo appeared on the cover of Time magazine after his untimely death, the commemorative issue sold over 1 million copies at the newsstands. His father's funeral fell on John's third birthday, November 25, 1963. The historical photograph of young John John saluting his father's casket was taken that day. He later told Oprah Winfrey that as an adult, he had no recollection of his father's funeral. He once showed up at a Halloween party in Manhattan dressed as Michelangelo's David. He wore skimpy white tights, and his chest, face, and hair were completely covered with talcum powder. His wedding song was Prince's Forever in My Life. He got his first paying job at the age of 24 as a $20,000 a year assistant to the New York Commissioner of Business Development. JFK Jr. appeared on the cover of People magazine more than 15 times. In 1988, he was voted the sexiest man alive. Researching his role as editor-in-chief of George magazine, Kennedy attended a 3-day seminar called Starting Your Own Magazine. Cindy Crawford appeared on the cover of the first issue of George magazine, attired as George Washington in a white wig and revolutionary garb. JFK Jr. broke the Kennedy family tradition of attending Harvard when he decided to attend Brown University. JFK Jr.'s death caused a permanent change to be made in the premiere episode of Futurama. When it originally aired, a character referred to JFK Jr. Memorial Airport, a reference to New York's JFK Airport being named for his father. After his death, the reference was changed to Radio City Mutant Hall. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me for Trivia Tracks weekdays at 6:45 on Everybody's Country Y95.